Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with my heroic deck profile. It's an alpha build because the deck, I'm still tweaking it to my liking, so there will probably be a video at a later date with my full build and what I'm happy with this deck. Just so you guys know, I will go through the deck profile, then I'll go through the new cards and explain how good they are in my opinion. And also, there's a lot of Shadows running, so if you see like these two, these are just debunk's good against other decks as well. And this card's not too bad either, but it's just for Shadows because there's so many Shadows at the moment. Hopefully they get less popular towards the end of the week. But anyway, let's get into the deck profile. 1 Thrasher, 3 Heroic Challenger Assault Halberd Bird? I don't know. 3 Double Lance, 3 1,000 Blades. I'll just say their actual name. Extra Sword. I won't say the Heroic Challenger. Card D. 3 of them. 2 Maxi. 1 Amber Shoulder. 1 Rotor. 2 Pod Away. 3 Lance. 2 Charlotte Greed. 1 Space Time Trap Hole. 1 Bottomless. 1 Mirror Force. 2 Deep Prism. 1 Compulse. 2 Chains. 1 Wiretap. 2 Black Horn of Heavens. And 1 Debug. Right, extra deck. 1 Blade Armor, 1 Gandiva, 1 Black Ship, 1 number 101, 2 Heroic Challenger Excalibur, 1 Castel the Avian Sky Blaster, new XYZ, pretty decent in my opinion, 1 Direwolf, 1 JD XYZ, 1 Dijin, 1 Duella, 1 Cowboy, 2 number 86 Heroic Champion. I won't say that name because I can't pronounce it for shit. And 1 Diamond Crab King. I am shit with pronunciations, as you guys know. Anyway, right, I'll go through the new cards and my opinion of them. I'll just like quickly say the Thrasher, I don't know yet. It's there. If you got better options, it's just like you can edit the deck as much as you want. I'd like to know your guys' opinion of this deck down below. But anyway, let me just get into the new cards. 3 of this guy because he's your battle searcher. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, basically a Cyber Dragon. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can add 1 heroic card from your deck to your hand. Yep, so you can add spells and traps if you wanted to, but the spells and traps, in my opinion, are not that great. That's what I think Heroics need next. Some good spells and traps. If they can get some good spells and traps, I could see this deck being really good in my opinion. Let's move on to probably the best heroic card that's out there now. And that is Heroic Challenger 1,000 Blades. Once per turn, you can discard 1 heroic card, special summon 1 heroic monster from your deck, and if you do, change this card to defense position. Pretty much like a Summoner Monk. If you activate this effect, you cannot special summon any monsters for the rest of the turn, except heroic monsters. Yeah, okay, I can see why I would have that. It's a natural thing these days. When you take damage from an attack or a card effect, what are these cards in your graveyard? You can special summon this card from your graveyard in face up attack position. You can only use the effect of Heroic Challenger 1,000 Blades once per turn. Whew, that's a lot. The second effect of it, where it can special summon itself from the graveyard, I like. It's good, you know, you can take less damage if you're about to get OTK'd or something. Yeah, it's just there. I mean, it's great. You could, if you take damage, you just special summon it, then you can do all your combos and that. I like it. It's glad they've made it. You can only use that effect of Heroic Challenger 1,000 Blades once per turn. You can imagine if it didn't have that, you could just keep just special summon it. That'd be crazy. Also, whereas once per turn, the Summoner Monk effect, where you can discard 1 heroic card, it could be a spell trap, so might be interested in that. But as I said, I don't run the spells and traps because, in my opinion, then they're not that good. Right, everything else here, yeah. As I said, I'm still tweaking this deck, so when I make a video later in the future, there'll probably be some changes in that. This guy ain't new, but he's like a monster kind of Call of the Haunted in my opinion. Like a double pinpoint guard or something. Maybe a lone fire blossom. I'm trying to think of a card to compare it to. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But during your standby phase, you can tribute this card. Special summon up to 2 heroic challenge monsters from your hand or graveyard. It's pretty much going to be your graveyard. I mean, you don't really want to go neg, do you? Don't bother about the second effect unless you're running a level 1, a rank 1 XYZ. But yeah, you don't really want to bother with that, in my opinion. But it's just the first effect you want it for. As I said, it's great. You know, you could just go into your combos, do stuff. As I said, these two are basically for bloody... This card has actually been quite good for me against other decks as well. It just... When your opponent special summons a monster from their hand or extra deck, shuffle that monster into the deck, and then you lose 1,000 life points for each monster shuffled by this effect. I find that it's good. I mean, the 1,000 life points, like, yeah... You generally just you just lose 1,000 life points, just send a card back to the deck. I mean, yeah, I don't really mind it. Life points ain't much in this game anymore. And one debunk, mostly for bloody Shaddolls, but it's okay against other decks. As I said, this is a new XYZ. It's really good. You mostly use its second effect, in my opinion, where it says you can detach 2 materials from this card, then target one other face-up card on the field. Shuffle that target into the deck. That's what you mostly use it for. And let's go into this EpicZz. The new heroic challenger, and possibly the best heroic challenger XYZ. Number 86. 2 or more, max 5, so it's basically a Hazy Beast Bastitrise, I think it is. During each of your opponent end phase, detach 1 XYZ material from this card. This card gains effect based on the number XYZ materials attached to it. So yeah, I mean, I can see why it adds that if you look at the effect. 1 or more, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. That's fine. It's 1,500 by 1,500, but with 2 or more, it basically becomes a 3k beater and 3k defender. Now, this is where it starts getting really good. 3 or more, this card is unaffected by other card effects. Fantastic. Really good effect in my opinion. Just, your opponent can't do nothing against it. It's just great. Right, let's move down. 4 or more, your opponent cannot normal or special summon. That's really good as well. It's just so good. It is really good. Of course, you have to... Basically, if you're going to get 4 or 5, you're going to need to use 1,000 blades, maybe even 2,000 blades per turn, because you can discard 1 to special summon another 1,000 blades and discard another heroic card to summon like another heroic monster. Yeah, so you're mainly going to get 4 or 5 more from heroic challenger, 1,000 blades. Oh, DEvPro, what are you doing? Just let me get on the monster. Right. 5 or more is basically you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Yeah, so as I said, it gets better from 3 or more is where this card shines, in my opinion. It's not bad 1 or 2, but it's pretty good. I like this card a lot. Just so you guys know, 4 or more I can still set. So against Shaddolls, yeah. I'll keep saying Shaddolls, as I said, because they're on DEvPro a lot. Let me see how long this video going for. 9 minutes. But if I'm looking at this deck now, what would I say? It's a decent deck, really decent deck. Some cards I might change here and there, but it's a decent deck. As the side deck, yeah, it's just a bunch of random stuff in there. They need heroic challengers need a Chaos XYZ, in my opinion. Reinforced Truth, if you're wondering why it's in here, it's for Ambush Soldier. During your opponent's end phase, you just chain it. 5th card. If Battleground, Howling, main and warrior type monster controls targeted for attack by an opponent's monster effect, target one face monster your opponent controls inflict damage equal to your monster's original attack, and if you do, return that target to the hand. It's basically like a Luminize, in my opinion, for warrior type monsters, but it returns the target to the hand, so it's decent against XYZ synchros and all that. But that's my opinion. Remember, there'll be a video later date with my build I'm happy with, so stay tuned for that, and I'm out. See you later, guys.